let's fire up the Cricut and make a tote bag. Today we're gonna make my fall favorite, Marion Farms Tote. First things first, we're gonna cut out our vinyl. And just a reminder for any time you're using HTV vinyl, don't forget to mirror your designs. Next thing is we're gonna heat up our Cricut Easy Press. Most heat transfer vinyls press at 340 degrees. You can always check your heat transfer vinyl, will tell you. Now that we're done cutting, it's time to weed the tote bag design. You can see I'm weeding it basically one, I don't know, like 10 by 8 piece of vinyl. And this is totally a personal preference. You could very easily conserve vinyl and unattach the words and phrases in Design Space. And if you unattach them, then they'll print separately, well, cut, I should say. They'll cut separately, and then you would have to place them, the design, and line them all up. And so I just find that even though it's a little bit of a pain to weed, that it is much easier to just do it all as one design and then lay your vinyl on your item and press it. I don't think that it really makes a difference. Obviously, you save vinyl if you unattach them, but you also have to line them up properly. And then if you do it on one sheet, then it's a little bit more of a pain to weed and you use more vinyl. But your design is already, you know, spaced out and centered and where it needs to be. Now we gotta go in and get all these teeny tiny little inside pieces. I can't tell you how many times I've weeded the dot of an eye and then just decided that that design, the eyes were not gonna be dotted and had to remove the rest. This is actually, I think, the hottest part of weeding, is getting all the little pieces in the middle. You know, you would think that you know where the spaces in each letter would be, but sometimes with the fonts, the part that you have to peel out is definitely different than what you would think it would be, and you have to like move it and get the right angle to see where you have to weed. Finally finished, and I forgot to record the part of me putting on the truck, which was actually done on printable vinyl, not heat transfer vinyl. And we're pressing the top part of the tote bag. And because it's actually longer than the Cricut Easy Press, you see it counts down from 30, and then basically I just let it go again because I'm moving it to make sure that the entire design is pressed. Same thing with the bottom design. So I did cut these together, and all I had to do was cut the top from the bottom, which is easier than cutting out all of the individual words and lining them up. Anyway, again, I have to move the heat press back and forth because the design is a little bit larger than the heat press plate itself. So when that happens, I always press them twice. I'll just reset the 30-second clock, and that way all the letters get the same amount of heat. I always flip it over as well and just press the back for a couple of seconds. You can see the top already fell off. We're gonna peel the bottom, and we've got a tote bag. I chose Marion Farms, which is a fictitious place. Anyone who knows me knows why. And here's our completed tote bag.